Everyone, Dragon Empress here, and I just wanted to express my feelings about the latest manga chapter 347. This crazy fan said, I don't want to name any names since I don't want to cause drama, but he said Izuku x Toga is canon since he thought Izuku said yes when Toga confessed her love to him. He didn't say yes or no. All she said was, I want you to be my boyfriend to him. That's it. And all Izuku and Araka did in response to that was make surprise Pikachu faces. That's about it. We don't get anything else. I don't get why he thought it was canon just because she confessed her love to him. And all these clickbait videos keep saying, oh, it's canon. No, she just asked him directly if he could be her boyfriend. And it makes me so angry. Not because my ship isn't true, but because it's just such an unhealthy thing. And I know I've seemed like a hypocrite since I like Toga and Bakugo barely interacted. But with this ship, we already saw on screen that it was pretty darn unhealthy. He was creeped out by her. And if he says yes, there's gonna be so many plot holes. And if he says no and ends up yeeting her across with the black whip, we can move on with the story. But either way, this ship brings the story to the halt, and I don't like the story being come to a halt because this series is going to end soon. You just can't insert this kind of filler in here. It's just wrong, if you know what I mean. It's just so wrong. I'm sorry if there's any Deku Toga shippers on my channel, but your ship's not going too well. It's not gonna sail if it keeps being rushed like this. And it's only one-sided so far. It's not canon yet. You guys keep hyping it up like it's the greatest writing ever when it's not. Okay, she confessed her love. So what? They're just making surprise faces at her. I don't know what this man's gonna write next chapter, but it better not be contradictory or it better not screw with the plot. Sorry, I had to get all that off of my chest. And before you say Bakugo and Toga are related, it is confirmed by the creator in the wiki that both of them are not brother and sister. I don't know why you gacha fans love making them siblings, but please stop. Just please stop. Sure, people can do whatever they want. They can make any AU they want, but that AU I am not okay with, just saying. Either way, I might explain more Toga in the later videos, but for now, I'm gonna talk about Toga's parents, because we only see them in silhouette, so that's the main topic of this video. I just wanted to get all that off my chest. Now let's begin! Himiko Toga's dad and mom didn't get names, so I named them on this concept sheet with a bit of research. And I named Toga's dad Shizuku, which means droplet in Japanese, and it goes with Toga's love for blood. So I mainly made him this shy, very reserved kind of guy who just wanted Toga to be normal, as well as fit into society, and that's why they sent her to school anyway, despite her having a mental illness. And sure, they try to at least support her in her mental illness, but they still call her a monster. Even right in front of her, they call her a blood-sucking monster. And they thought of her as a vampire when she was a baby, until they later abandoned her when she was 14. And again, the father wasn't necessarily physically abusive, but he was verbally abusive. They always called her names. They always stated how much she failed as a person. They said how weird she was, how she wouldn't stop sucking the blood out of birds, and they never understood how she felt. He was always afraid of her and he sometimes called the police on her. Ikaki was a very overprotective father. Despite going to the park with his daughter and his wife, he made sure his daughter never played with any other children, as well as playing with the birds and trying to keep an eye on her. And whenever she let loose, they punished her for this. and locked her in her room. This is why Himiko ran away from them. And let's get started on the mom now. Now the mom, as you can see, looks exactly like Toga in a way. And she is a bit less afraid than the dad, but she still thinks of her own daughter as a vampire and a monster because of her quirk. She can't seem to communicate her feelings clearly to her daughter, because she thinks that her daughter might burst out and get angry at her and bite her or scratch her like she did when she was a baby.
Girl, you're nasty.
And the scratch marks on their faces are literally from Toga when she first grew nails, and she ended up scratching their faces just to see the blood come out. And that's the whole tragedy of the situation. Her parents are afraid of her, and they don't know what she's going to do next. She's unpredictable to them. And despite wanting to be a completely normal family, Toga's mental illness makes her say otherwise, and this is her way of being normal. Her way of being normal is sucking her parents' blood and sucking other people's blood, as well as from birds. And I wish the manga explored this more, because like I said, I have a hard time coming up with this. And they both have similar personalities, because let's be real, you'd be afraid too if your baby started sucking blood. She didn't call the police, however. She thought it was wrong of him to call the police, which led to the two arguing. And of course, she was the one who was allowing her daughter to go in the park, and not Shizaki. The mother's name is Hitomi Toga, and Hitomi means eye or beautiful eye. And it goes very well since both of them have the same eye shape. It's just that her eyes are brown and her daughter got the yellow eyes from the dad. But the eye shapes, I made them very similar, so I decided to go with that name. Hitomi Toga taught her daughter how to be a regular citizen, but no matter what, her daughter didn't listen. And even when she took her time and tried to be nice about it, despite calling her a bunch of names, she still ignored her because of this, and the names ended up getting in Himiko Toga's head. So Hitomi Toga couldn't afford a therapist, and neither could her husband, so they ended up instead sending her to school like that. They're very low on money, and in their current state, they don't know where Himiko Toga is, and in my continuity, Himiko Toga is with Bakugo and his family, so they have no clue that their daughter's wandering off with this superhero guy. They have no clue at all, and it's all explained in my tarot cards book on how she became a hero. But for now, she's pretty much an orphan staying with a different family, and I don't think they're ever gonna find Toga again, but if I ever write them finding Toga, oh boy, are they gonna be mad at Bakugo's parents. They're gonna be reserved when it comes to Bakugo's mom, since she's gonna piss on them like crazy in terms of verbally abusing them, like they did to Toga, so they get a taste of their own medicine. But nonetheless, it would be a crazy feud if these parents met up. It really wasn't easy coming up with the names and the story behind them, because like I said, they don't have any background or anything. And I wish Himiko Toga's backstory was fleshed out more and we got to see the parents instead of these little speech bubbles saying how terrifying she is. Therefore, the character would be more relatable, and we could actually see her go through that pain, see her go through that with her family, instead of her straight up going to high school, being called out as a freak, and straight up turning into a villain. Then I wouldn't be pissed off at her confessing her love to Izuku. Then I would think that would actually matter. If there was so much more background, I would be happy with this. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I am so sorry for the rant in the beginning. I will talk more about Baku Toga later on, but for now, I hope you enjoyed this, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe! Tap that bell for notifications, and remember, bye-bye! Wait, Shizuku? Izuku! Holy crap, it's no wonder she likes him!